Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Hema Laxmi. In today's video, we are going to learn about tenses. Specifically, we are going to learn about simple tense. How simple tense is used in present form, past form and future form. And before going to that, those who are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe my channel and please like, share and comment. And coming to the topic, tenses. How simple tense is used in present form, past form and future form. And in your exam, if a question is asked, if a sentence is given and if you are asked to identify the sentence, in which tense the sentence is, how you are going to identify? Whether it is in simple present tense or past simple tense or future simple tense, how you are going to identify, on which basis you are going to identify. See, every sentence has a structure. If it is written in present simple tense, the sentence will have its own structure. For past simple tense, the sentence will have its own structure. And for future simple tense also, the sentence will have its own structure. So, we are going to learn that structure. Now, present simple tense. What is the structure of a sentence in present simple tense? See, for a positive sentence, if the sentence is a positive sentence, the structure will be subject plus verb plus object. Subject plus V1 plus object. Here, see here, V1 is the first form of the verb or the present form of the verb. For a positive sentence, the structure is this subject plus V1 plus object. Here, V1 is the first form of the verb or the present form of the verb. But for a negative sentence, if the sentence is a negative sentence, what is the structure? If the sentence is a negative sentence, the structure is subject plus don't or doesn't plus V1 plus object. See here, before V1 we are going to add don't or doesn't. Don't is the contracted form of do not. Doesn't is the contracted form of does not. So for a negative sentence, the structure is subject plus don't or doesn't plus V1 plus object. This is the structure of a sentence in a present simple tense. Now, what is the usage? Where the simple present tense is used? In which cases present simple tense is used? See, for every repeated action, the actions which will be repeated, which will be repeated again and again, there the simple present tense is used. For example, universal truths, facts, habits, likes, dislikes. Universal truths, facts, habits, likes and dislikes. Now, any keywords, you see, by identifying any word, are we going to tell the sentence is in present simple tense? Yes. By seeing some words, by noticing some words, we are going to identify that the sentence is in present simple tense. Such words are such keywords: every day, every week, every month, every year, daily, regularly, occasionally, often. Here T is silent. Often, usually, frequently, once a day, once a year, once a month, etc. See, by noticing these words, if the sentence has these words, we are going to tell that by looking at the sentence itself, we are going to identify that the sentence is in simple present tense. Again, I am going to repeat these words, keywords: every day, every week, every month, every year, daily, regularly, occasionally, often, usually, frequently, once a day, once a year, once a month, etc. Now we are going to see some examples of this present simple tense. Some sentences which are in present simple tense. I go to school daily. I go to school daily. Here I is a subject. This is a positive sentence. This is a positive sentence. So for a positive sentence, the structure is subject plus V1 plus object. First form of the verb, present form of the verb should be there. So subject plus go is a V1 then object. See, here we used first form of the verb or the present form of the verb. And this is a positive sentence. But if a sentence is a negative sentence, how to write? See, I don't go to school on holidays. This is a negative sentence, so the structure will be subject plus don't or doesn't. Don't. We wrote here, we used here don't. Don't or doesn't plus V1 plus object. So, we added don't before V1 in a negative sentence. See, one more example. She goes to school every day. She goes to school every day. See here. But in this example, she goes to school every day. See here the verb. In the above examples, we use the verb go. The present form of the verb, V1, we used go. We wrote it as go. But in this particular example, we added es to the go. We have wrote the goes here. Why did we do that? Observe the subject here. Observe the subject. She is a subject. She is a subject. Subject is a third person singular. If subject in the sentence is third person singular, if the subject in that particular sentence is third person singular, means he, she, it or any name, then we should add es or yes or ies to the verb. So in this particular sentence, the subject is third person singular, so we added to the verb, we added es. To the verb, we added es. So now we have discussed about present simple tense. What is the structure for a positive sentence? What is the structure for a negative sentence? And where this present simple tense is used? And what are the keywords to identify the whether it is in the present simple tense? And we have seen some examples. Now, past simple tense. Past simple tense. What is the structure? For a positive sentence, if the sentence is positive, the structure is subject plus V2 plus object. Subject plus V2 plus object. See here, subject plus V2. Second form of the verb or the past form of the verb or the past form of the verb. But if a sentence is a negative sentence, the structure is subject plus didn't plus V1. V1 plus object. Many of you will make mistake here because by seeing this past, we use even for a negative sentence, many of you tend to use V2 only here. Past form of the verb only. But for a negative sentence, after didn't, we should use V1, first form of the verb or the present form of the verb. You should remember this because many of us will make mistake in this. So the structure for a negative sentence is subject plus didn't plus V1, not V2, V1 plus object. And what is the usage? This past simple tense is used in a sentence where the in past actions. In past actions we use this past simple tense. And what are the keywords? What are the keywords? By seeing that verse, we should identify that that sentence is in past simple tense. What are such words? So such keywords, some of the keywords are ago, some time ago, long ago, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, once upon a time, in 2001, in in 1999, 1998, past, in my childhood, in my school days, etc. So again I am going to repeat keywords: ago, some time ago, long ago, yesterday, last week, last month, last year, once upon a time, in 2001, in 1999, 1998, in my childhood, in my school days, etc. Some examples we are going to see. Examples: my mother bought a dress for me yesterday. My mother bought a dress for me yesterday. This is a positive sentence. This is a positive sentence. So the structure is my mother, subject. After subject we are going to use V2, past form of the verb. Bought. Bought is the past form of the verb. B-O-U-G-H-T, bought. Bought a dress for me yesterday. But for a negative sentence, what is the structure? Second example, this is a negative sentence. My mother didn't buy a dress for me. My mother didn't buy a dress for me. See here, my mother is the subject and didn't. After didn't, we should use V1. But many of us will tend to say that my mother didn't bought a dress for me. Many of us will make mistake in this. So my mother didn't buy a dress for me, not bought a dress for me. Here we are going to use V1, not V2. Not past form. We are going to use present form after didn't. So next example. I saw a movie yesterday. I saw a movie yesterday. This is a positive sentence. This is a positive sentence. I saw a movie yesterday. I is the subject. Then V2. Saw is the past form of the verb. V2. Then object. And for a negative sentence, how we are going to write? I didn't see a movie. After didn't, we are going to use V1, not V2. Not V2. I didn't see a movie. I didn't saw. Many of us will tend to say this. I didn't saw a movie. We'll make wrong many times. So I didn't see a movie. You should remember after didn't. In for a negative sentence, after didn't we should use V1, not V2. Remember this. Keep this in mind. This is about past simple tense. We saw the structure. For a positive sentence, subject plus V2 plus object. For a negative sentence, subject plus didn't plus V1 plus object, not V2. V1 plus object. And this tense is used in past actions. And we have seen some keywords and some examples. Now about future simple tense. About future simple tense. What is the structure? Subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. Subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. For a positive sentence. For a negative sentence, subject plus won't or shan't plus V1 plus object. Won't or shan't plus V1 plus object. Won't is the contracted form of will not. Shan't is the contracted form of shall not. Contracted form is short form. So won't is the contracted or short form of will not. Shan't is the contracted or short form of shall not. So subject plus won't or shan't plus V1 plus object. Here we are using the verb, the first form of the verb or the present form of the verb. Keep this in mind. And this tense is used in future actions. The actions which are going to take place in the future. So some keywords: soon, shortly, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, later, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, in 2024, in 2030, in 2050, in coming up years. So these are the keywords. I am going to repeat again. Soon, shortly, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, later, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, in 2024, in 2030, etc. In future years or future time. So, but we'll have a doubt. when is will and shall? When to use will and when to use shall? When to use will and when to use shall? Many of us will have doubt in this. So shall is used for first person pronouns. Shall is used for I and we. If the subject, if the pronouns are I or we use shall. But should we not use shall for remaining pronouns? We can use shall for remaining pronouns also. If the pronouns, for the pronouns you, he, she, it, they also shall can be used. But in which cases, if we are expressing something certain is going to happen in the future. Something certain is going to happen in the future. In that cases, shall can be used for remaining pronouns also. Shall can be used for remaining pronouns also. But generally, shall is used for pronouns I or we. And will can be used for every pronoun. For first person, second person and third person pronouns. But for in an examination point of view, mostly the questions in which will is there will be given. And some examples we are going to see. Examples. I will come tomorrow to your home. See here the keyword tomorrow. Keyword tomorrow. By seeing this keyword, we can tell that the sentence is in future simple tense. And this is a subject. I is a subject. After that, will and come. We use V1. Present form of the verb. Next example. I shall wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Same. I is a subject. We use shall here. Then wake up is V1. Then object. So this is the structure and these are the examples. And the structure for a positive sentence in future simple tense is subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. For a negative sentence, subject plus won't or shan't plus V1 plus object. And when this is used in future action. Some keywords we have seen and some examples we have seen. This is about future simple tense. In today's class, we have discussed about present simple tense, past simple tense, future simple tense. In next video, I am going to come with one more topic. Till then, signing off. This is Hema Laxmi.